cannot find a bald cap that fits my head. So if you want me to buy a smaller one and just put it on anyway, leave a like on the video, because that's not going to look stupid at all. Cap woes is not where I thought I'd be starting today's episode, but here we are. Welcome back, viewers, to the Manchester United save. That's good. That was good. That was strong. Today, then, we have two matches for you. As I show you the schedule of what we've been doing, we put 10 past Brighton over 2 Europa League fixtures, and we now face Liverpool in the future. That'll be next episode. You can see our end of season is looking rather tasty. But today, we're going to play Wolverhampton Wanderers and Manchester City in a two-match double. Of course, the last time we met, we beat them 2-0. We're going to play them again. We're going to beat them again. Away at the Etihad, though, it might be slightly more difficult. We still now have, then, 2 games on hand on Tottenham Hotspur and a game in hand on Arsenal and 2 games in hand on Liverpool, who are still a point ahead. So, it's all looking pretty good. The big news, though, and I'm sure you've seen it, so calm yourselves, is that Bruno Fernandes is no longer the best performing player in the league. Shout out to Nkunku, who's having a stormer while Chelsea sitting 6th. I don't know what's going on there. To the team for this game then, Onana will be in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire and Shaw. Amrabat comes in for Casemiro and Eriksen comes in for Bruno Fernandes. I want to give Casemiro and Fernandes the rest before we play Manchester City in a few days' time. Mason Mount's got the engine of all engines, so he'll be fine in there. Anthony on the right, Rashford on the left and Højlund through the middle. He's coming good. Again, we keep talking about maybe potentially buying someone, and someone requested that I change that to the attribute graph, although the relevancy of that, I don't know. So yeah, hopefully he just continues to be the guy. Right now, I would never buy a striker. This man is too good. Whether I think Anthony's too good or not, though, well, I'll see you in the summer. So here we go then. Team-wise, as I say, I'm actually pretty happy with the way things have been. Amrabat's struggling for fitness as well, actually. So maybe it's a Scott McTominay late fitness test. Yeah, well, we'll throw him in instead. Well, I don't know if McTominay is right in that role, really. But regardless, we're doing it. Again, I want to try and be fresh for the City game. But the most important thing is points on the board. Getting 3 here. I could be risking Bruno Fernandes, but I'm not. He's on the bench, though, so expect to see him come on in a blind paddock around 70 minutes. I'll probably be 2-0 down at that point as well. So strap yourselves in. There's the team. Then we've just been through it. Jamie Vardy on the bench, of course, with a host of others. And this is the Wolves side then. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. Kudus through the middle. One of my favourite players to use on Football Manager, so I suspect he'll hurt me here today. And there's that league table then. Down at the bottom, by the way, Sheffield United pretty much relegated. Burnley and Luton not looking good. And Crystal Palace are dangerously close. So, yeah, here we go then. Manchester United versus Wolves. We'll take a very close look at that linesman. We actually kick off the game with a highlight, which always gets me excited because it means something is bound to happen, surely. As Rashford finds Luke Shaw, are we going to score the earliest goal of our season so far? We may well do. Rasmus scores. The referee's going to try and rule it out, but let's see. What does VAR think? I'll make the Ben prediction. I think that's a goal. So let's prove me right, as always. It is actually a goal. I'm never usually right about this. That's a very, very early time to score the goal. What's that, like 15 seconds in, maybe a little after that? As Luke Shaw, down that side, I mean, Wolves' line is all over the place. The movement from Højlund really good. There's actually 16 seconds on the clock and we lead 1-0. I think that's our earliest goal of the season. It might be the earliest goal of the whole season. If someone scored quicker than that, blimey, how did they do it? All right, that is when you're trying to just win a game in a routine fashion, that is a wonderful way to start it. All right, another highlight. We're 22 minutes in now, a long time since the first one. As we're into the penalty area again, the ball's pulled back. Wan-Bissaka is going to be on it. He's not known for his goal scoring. Played back in towards Eriksen and cleared away. But the patterns of play in this year's match engine, I don't know if I'm going to do some sort of review of FM24, but the way the match engine seems to flow, I keep saying it, is really, really nice. Brilliant ball by Aaron Wan-Bissaka and a great header by Rasmus. And now it's 2-0 and we are cooking right now. This was really nicely worked though. Wan-Bissaka does a lot of his own work here. Again, not only for his crossing, but it is the most perfect of crosses. And Højlund just is a big lad. So well done you. If he ends up being this good in real life, I hope he moves. I hope he transfers to PSG or something. Free kick. Eriksen miles out. Goes short to Shaw. It's got to be Varane. If that's a goal, the way we've worked that, I mean, I've not seen the score a free kick like that all year. The fact that Eriksen has picked out Luke Shaw, that was amazing. I really hope this is a goal because that looks really, really nice. If Luke Shaw went too early, that would be a shame. It's not going to count. Let's see. How far off is Luke Shaw? I don't know. I can't believe we did this. Luke Shaw there is Oh, that is tight. He's in so much space. And I would love to say we've been working on that on the training ground, but they've done that on their own accord. And in fact, no, I'll take the credit. Are we going to do it again? Another free kick opportunity. Ericsson very far out, but lots of options grouped in there. As it's played in, Varane goes towards it, knocks it down to McTominay. He's going to unleash one. He does. It falls again. It bounces all around the place. Anthony's going to pick it up, but that might be the highlight over. So far, the most composed first half performance we've put in all season. You wouldn't know that we've made two big changes with Casemiro and with Bruno Fernandes dropping out, as we've looked really, really good. And now Rashford is toying with him on that side, lays it back to Luke Shaw, into Ericsson, off to Wan-Bissaka. This first time passing we're doing is really nice. Mount takes a little bit longer, but it's really, really good. I mentioned as well the controlled, sort of casual nature of it. We've got players always looking to get into position. We almost like the way we set up here is really interesting with almost the three. And again, Mount definitely pushing a little further forward, but Wolves do seem to be standing off, which is making this actually quite easy for us. And the way in which we play, this is kind of perfect. We talked before about playing like this almost tiki-taka style. You can see it in full effect here. If we score from this, by the way, what a team goal that is. That is outrageously good. Manchester United 3, Wolves 0. Yes, I'll put the tactic on the Steam Workshop when I can. The game's out soon. That was amazing. Pass and move, fabric of the game. Scott McTominay like Xavi back there. Marcus Rashford just laying it into the path of Oyston. It's a great finish. Deary me. I should say in this team now, there are a lot of green lines developing, and I suspect that is helping a lot with the way in which we play. We're not even at half time yet, and I'm loving this. What's he doing here? What are they doing? This surely isn't going to be... I mean, they're just sort of chatting about it. He's putting his hand to his face. Is Cullen going to shoot from there? Anana doesn't look that bothered. As they play it short to Lamina, it was nearly wonderful. Mate, the set-piece routines that happen on this game are really good. All right, at half-time, what a 45 minutes you've played. The game is kind of done, it feels like. Their forward line have done very little. They've had one shot, and it was a half chance that hit the bar. We just saw it. So we've really, really restricted them. In fact, I should probably praise the team, which is something I rarely do because, you know, reasons. Ericsson plays the ball in. We're at the front post again. It's looped up to Maguire. Just over. This is kind of how the Brighton games went. Again, we beat them both. We beat them twice, both with 5 goals in each game. Absolutely destroyed them. It was very much like this. So picture this, but just imagine the team's wearing blue. All right, the time is ticking away then. 3 minutes have been and gone, and it's a 3-0 win. A really, really good first half performance has got it done. I probably should have rested the boys considering we play City soon, but I was just enjoying what they were doing, and it's not really a good enough excuse. All right, then, that puts us 2 points off the top of the table. We were on the top for a while. It's a Højlund hat-trick, by the way. I didn't even comment on that. He's had another stormer there. And now then, a few days to go before we play Manchester City. We'll get these boys well rested and be ready for it. Nice that we didn't need to use Bruno there or Casemiro at any point, so that was really good. All right, game day is upon us. Casemiro is going to come in then, as is Bruno Fernandes. And that's the team. Everyone seems really fresh and ready to go. Bruno Fernandes, I keep talking about it, right? What a season he's having. 13 goals and 14 assists in the league alone. He's absolutely crushing it in Europe as well. 7 and 6 there. Like, he's really destroying it. Let's see then. Can we get the best of them? I'm just wondering if our bench should be any different. Not really. I mean, the one disappointment of this season is I've not really done too much with Garnacho when I maybe probably should have done. He's worth a lot of money still as well, but he's on a long contract. We're looking for these wingers. Again, he might be the guy. It depends where we go with it. Again, I probably should have used him a lot more this year and really haven't. So into the games we go then. We feel at full strength. I mentioned the amount of green that's going on. We are a team right now that is in full force. And I mentioned the tactic before. And yeah, there's a little bit of personal instructions here and there. But yeah, just focus on what you can see. And then if you want me to put it on the Steam Workshop, then I will. Especially if we win the league. Then I can call it league title winning Manchester United season 1. Well, I don't know what I'd call it. And to be fair, I don't really make any transfers. So it's pretty apt to life right now. All right, there's the City side then. They look... Oh, Rodri-less, actually. So everyone seemed to be there other than Rodri. Well, we'll see how much that affects them. It obviously hurts them quite a lot in real life. Hopefully it affects them inside this edge. And Haaland looks massive there, by the way. That's terrifying. All right, it's a drizzly 8 degrees in Manchester, away at the Etihad. And Manchester City, we know, are very, very dangerous. Akanji, who's playing at left-back for them today, plays it into Grealish, played into Haaland. This is already dangerous, isn't it? Deary me. I mean, that's not a penalty, is it? I mean, it's gone onto the foot of Rashford, but I know Silva made no attempt to get it. He's going to the screen. Oh, he's going to the screen. Well, we know what's happening then. We've seen it before, haven't we? Why is he doing it on a curve? Where's he? Okay, trying to avoid being Pep there the best he can. I feel like we are 11 minutes in. It's going to be a penalty to City, and that sort of like, not ruins the game, but certainly impacts it. Is it going to be a penalty? Do that with your... No, you didn't. You did the other one. Penalty awarded. Come on then, Onana. Save me. This seemed really soft, I've got to say. And it means a lot as well at this point in the season. Erling Haaland then is going to step up for Manchester City. And I don't know what Onana's done. He's sort of just like trundled out there. Like he's dropped a coin. I don't know what he did. What is Onana doing here? That's not goalkeeping. The problem is it probably looks like an open goal for Haaland because he's wearing all green. What an odd choice. I don't know if that might be tactical actually. If people shoot from range, they might just think, oh, there's no one in goal. And then suddenly Onana's there and it's a little bit like there's no one in goal. Right, we talk about our tiki-taka style and how we really managed to dominate teams. If there's one team that might prove to us that we aren't quite at the level yet, it might be the team wearing blue today as, well, they thought it was an open goal. That's sadly not. Like 44% possession, it's going to be hard, really hard, I think, to get a grip of this one. I don't think we're going to overlap. I want to try and restrict City a little bit more, and I don't think us doing that on the break is probably why set pieces generally is probably our best bet in a game like this, as the first half has been very, very dull. We've managed to have a shot as well, sorry, with 0 XG. 0 XG. Do you want to? I want to see it. What was our 0 XG shot that we had? We've had 2 shots. So this is a shot from how is this 0? What was this 0 XG? Did he just head it like really soft? Who's to say? Who are you to say whether that could have gone in or not? That was never going in, was it? Fair enough. Yep. All right, guilty. 0 though. What if Edison, falls? What if he gets injured during all that? Anyway, half time has been and gone. I didn't make any changes at half time, as I don't really think we need to. I think, like again, the team we've got out there is our best team. We just don't yet have a grip on the game. It might be one of those games where we change things up. Didn't we do this to them before? Where Casemiro sits alongside a ball-winning midfielder, and it works really well. Now, Mason Mount is not known for being a ball-winning midfielder, but because of his engine, I'm going to risk it. And again, I'd rather have his body in there just to be, again, a bit of a cohesive unit, and especially away from home. The more I realise, viewers, and you're probably thinking it as well, so I'll say it out loud, I should have started like this, based on what I've learned from the last game, as, ooh, that was a little bit dangerous. I sound like Gary Neville, though. Ooh. Oh, my God, Haaland, change of pace. Oh, flipping heck, that was terrifying. Flicked it out of his feet and he was gone. Bernardo Silva with the corner. Look, I'll be totally frank. I'd love a point here away from home at Manchester City. I'll be very happy with that. In fact, I'm going to play for set pieces. I don't know if this is wise, but I just think the way in which I hope that we're going to turn it on a little bit as City look quite dominant. Phil Foden on that left foot. I am very, very scared as it's hit the post. Grealish is going to get there first. Onana was well beaten. He'd gone the other way. Calvin Phillips on the edge of the box. Bruno Fernandes does really well. Can we counter? Ball over the top. Oh, he didn't play it. Wan-Bissaka knocks it into Anthony and everything calms down. There was a very brief moment. Oh, my God, what have we done? Grealish is in. Danger. Hits Onana. I guess you count that as a good save. It was almost hockey-esque. Shout out to the New York Rangers. Come on. They're playing well at the moment as well. I could be managing them because they're playing really well in real life. If you're a hockey fan out there, yes. I've got no more to add there. Maguire. Oh, my God, it's gone over. Onana. Has he saved that? I think it's gone in. That was nearly very bad. I feel like City are applying a lot of pressure here, and I've decided that Scott McTominay is actually the answer to all of these problems. I could have brought Amrabat on, I realise now. Jadon Sancho is going to come on for Anthony. We are struggling a little bit. And actually, Amrabat's coming on for Casemiro. Fresh legs in the middle. 2 boys there then to hopefully hurry and hustle. Ake's gone into the middle for Ruben Diaz, who's gone off, I think. And Nunes has come on. Correa's come on. Lots of changes in the City lineup all of a sudden. And it makes me want to go for it a little bit more and push on again because they've taken a lot of their creativity out of the middle. I've brought McTominay on. He can still play box-to-box pretty well. And this is one of those games. I'm going to keep Rashford out there, I think. I'm going to change what Rashford's doing. I'm going to make Rashford right up alongside Jamie Vardy, who I'm going to make sort of like the defensive pressing forward and have Rashford work beyond him in between the lines a little bit, try and get into that space that's been occupied as we can see a play go off. Harry Maguire's the saviour. It's surely a penalty then. How is that not a penalty? On what level is there's a penalty? Watch Scott McTominay here. I think it is at the back post. This is surely a pen, right? How is that? Oh, that seems very harsh. Apparently Calvin Phillips makes an intervention, or someone at the back post did something. That felt harsh. I'm surprised City have made the amount of changes they've made. I really, really hope this is now our sign to get back into the game, changing what we're doing with Rashford and Vardy. Again, you can see Vardy drop a little bit deeper, and Marcus Rashford now is looking for something, and you've got to feel getting the ball into someone like Bruno Fernandes here is going to be absolutely crucial to unlock the door a little bit. Scott McTominay goes wide. Again, I don't mind that at all. Create more space in the middle. But Scott does brilliantly, actually, in the centre. As he's driving forward himself, he's going to go all the way. Scott McTominay, surely not. He has! Scott McTominay scored his first goal of the season. What a weird goal. Manchester City 1, Manchester United 0. And Scott McTominay has turned into the messy sort of, not really. He's picked it up after doing a little bit of like good 1-2 work on the edge. He's then taken it. He's been chased by De Bruyne. Can't get near him. Nathan Ake's put in maybe the worst tackle of all time. And Scott McTominay's made it 1-1. What universe are we in? All right, keep going now. This now, the momentum of the whole game feels like it's shifted. Is there going to be one final moment? We've still got Rashford up top doing absolutely nothing. I have no other forwards really to bring on in this situation. I might try something. I might try like a crazy overload on that right-hand side and really try and make them work for it. Luke Shaw, you'll be fine. As the time's ticking away, well, I said in the first half I'd take a draw, and we wrestled one. I mean, Rashford there, he's let me down. Maybe that was a Garnacho moment to bring him on. But wow, Scott McTominay deserves all the plaudits. Comes on and gets the point we needed. Now, how does the league table look now? I'm very curious. So, we are game in hand, but we are 4 points behind Arsenal. Our goal difference is really, really strong, though, and we're 4 points off City as well. The Champions League, let's talk about that, looks really good. Liverpool 2 games in hand on us and 5 points behind. Chelsea as well, complicate that slightly, but things look good. And Everton have beat Liverpool. This is a weird weekend. Everton 8th. This is a really weird season. All right, that's going to conclude for today. Then if you enjoyed it, as I say, leave a like, and I will find a bald cap with the dimensions that fit my head. I might have to get one customly made. Oh dear. But Eric Ben Haag is making Eric Ten Hag look very silly. Although he's doing that himself, really.